Hello, I am live. Welcome back to part two, and this is a review of the Canon R50. Is a new camera that I just ordered, and I'm trying to figure out if my other monitor is on. I thought I had it on.
COVID isolation recommended.
And so I'd like to kind of monitor and make sure I'm streaming. So I ordered a camera about 2 days ago. And I'd been looking at cameras for a little while, and I came up with the Canon R50. It's a starter mirrorless Canon. It's not the bottom of their line. It's close though. The R100 is their true entry level camera. So this is a step above that with some good video and camera features, vlogging, and all that stuff. So. That's why I chose it. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm just going to check some good video. Okay. So I'm using I've got a microphone here, so I just want to make sure it's picking me up okay. So anyway, long story short, I was into photography when I was a kid, and then since the digital age, I've just had a little point and shoot like Canon. I actually have a Canon, and I think I'm an Ulta that I've bought over the years, like at Costco. Just kind of they usually have deals on those things, and so they have an SD card in them and all that, so they work well. They take good pictures and video for just put it in your pocket and go be a tourist and all that kind of stuff, or just stuff you want to take pictures of around the house or all that kind of stuff. But I wanted to get back into photography, and so initially I was thinking, well, DSLR is the new. I had an SLR camera when I was a kid. I still have it, but then I wanted to have a new one. So then I realized the mirrorless is the way to go instead of DSLR. So I took a photography class when I was in school. We had a dark room, and we would do black and white. We'd roll our own film. We'd develop our own film. We'd blow things up. We did, you could do a lot in a dark room, which was a lot of fun. A lot of the creativity, that things you can now do with a computer, editing and all that, you did in a dark room, and you did in black and white. My very first portrait was my dog. She was the only one that would sit for my portrait. So that's actually a picture of the picture, because part of the assignment was we had to make a picture frame. So her portrait is actually framed in a picture. So it's a picture I took with my cell phone of the old picture in a frame. But it's pretty cool to look at just some of the pictures I took back then. I have a whole bunch of them, but just the kind of this, well, there's a glare, but just black and white is just so amazing. You can just do so much with black and white. Here's another one of my second subject was my dad. He put on his Greek fisherman's hat, which looked like kind of like a limo driver. He had a Cadillac, and so he posed in front of his Cadillac with his Greek fisherman limo driver hat on. And anyway, it was so funny that he was so serious, like solemn and serious in the picture. But anyway, I enjoy it. Was a lot of fun as I was probably like 13 years old or something doing that. And we would get assignments in the school I went to. It was like 2 blocks from my house. So we'd go walk around basically my neighborhood, and there was a park there, and we'd go and, we'd get assignments to take nature photos or, birds or animals or whatever, and then the big assignment was the portrait, which was my dog. So it was pretty cool. Anyway, so I honed in on this Canon. I was considering either a used Canon or a used Sony. I didn't want to get too deep into this and then maybe find that I'm not as excited about photography as I thought I was, but I think I am. I've always tried to take good pictures, even with my phone, which I actually have a new phone. This one's, the case is beat up, but I have a new phone which will probably take this isn't bad. This is a Samsung. This is 3 years old. So I have a brand new one I haven't set up yet, but I always try to frame my pictures and take a decent photo even with my phone. So sorry, I'm just sitting here in my kitchen, and I'm gonna have a LaCroix while I'm cran raspberry. Anyway, I just want to do a quick unboxing. This is not a very polished video, and I've watched I've been watching a lot of Canon R50 as I started honing in on this one. I've been watching a lot of professionals who like this as kind of their whatever they call it, everyday carry, or their kind of their point and shoot that they like to take with them on trips and when they're just out walking on the streets, and just kind of is their portable, sort of somewhat portable camera. So I've been watching a lot of videos as I've been honing in on this, and so a lot of people have really nice, good unboxing review videos of the Canon R50, and I'll try to do a more polished video with like a review, but this is just the unboxing and kind of my initial impressions, initial review of the camera. And I wanted to do it, it's like almost midnight where I live, and so I don't expect I'll have like a bunch of viewers or anything, but I wanted to do this video just to record it and document it. I actually did another review or an box opening video earlier today of a product that actually came with, it had a problem. It was used. It was new, but it was actually used. So I was glad that I was documenting that. So I ordered this from Adorama, which I've never ordered from them. I haven't really done any photography stuff for a long time. I was on Amazon the other day, just like 2 days ago, and I was about to buy this, and it was on sale. It was like there was a good deal, and then I would click to put it in my cart, and then when I'd go to buy it, the price would go up by like $100. I was like, what the heck? So then I'd remove it, and I'd go find it again. I'd search, and I actually got there off Google, and then also just searching on Amazon. So I'd go back in and find the item again. It was the camera. They had a deal for the camera plus 2 lenses, and then there was the camera plus just the one kit lens. And then they had like a vlog, I forget what they call it, a content creator kit that comes with a mic and a dead cat and a little tripod or something. So I kept trying to buy the one with the 2 lenses because it seemed like a pretty good deal. And then every time I would go to buy it, the price would go up. And so I contacted Amazon, and it was just complicated. So I called a friend of mine, or I was texting one of my friends, and I was like, yeah, I'm trying, and he's into photography and stuff, and always was. And so I was telling him, I was like, yeah, I'm trying to buy this Canon R50, and the price keeps going up on Amazon. And he goes, well, just go to Adorama or like B&H. And I had looked at them, but Adorama, I didn't really dig into their program very well, but they actually have some great deals. And it was, I'm on the West Coast of the United States, and it was April 30th was that Wednesday? That was Tuesday night. So, and I was talking, he called me all of a sudden and said, he's like, go to Adorama, look up this phone. Look up this camera. And then he goes, they always have package deals, and they'll, give you lens cleaners and tripods and all the, packaging all these things for a little more money. So I was looking, and their price was about the same as I was looking at Target. I actually went to Target and looked at the camera in person, but the in-store price was a lot higher. The website, target.com, was cheaper. They were having a special. So we were on the phone talking, and then we had to go, and then we called each other back. So all of a sudden I hung up from him, and it was like 9 o'clock. It was literally like 9:03 on the West Coast, and which is midnight, 12:03 on the East Coast, which was where Adorama and B&H and stuff are all in New York. So I was on their website, like I had this all pulled up on their website. And so I thought, well, it's May 1st, and I used to sell equipment and stuff, and sometimes there's just weird manufacturer promos and things that just kick off on the first of the month or on the last month of the quarter, all these things. So, hey, JDog 26, thanks for joining in. How's it going? Where are you checking in from? Or I'm just curious what time it is where you are, because it's almost midnight here, but I'm excited and I want to open this camera, and I'm gonna do it. But so I clicked refresh, and the price dropped $130. It had just clicked over to midnight on the East Coast, and they must have had some promo deal, whatever. So then I was looking at they have different levels of packages, and you get more and more and more extra things, like a mic and a 250. Nice. Let's see, 11, 12, 1, 2. So you're on the East Coast, I assume. So anyway, so long story short, I was like, okay, 100. I just saved $130, and you get like for a little bit more, you get all these extra things. So I like click buy. Oh, plus they had free shipping. That was the other thing, and some of the other places did not. So I was like, okay, this is it. That's a sign. This is the camera I want, and the price just got a heck of a lot better. So let's do it. So, although I will say it's about double what I was hoping to spend on a new camera, but that's everything I look for and shop for. I end up spending about double. So one of the first things that came with this is the Slinger backpack. So I'll just show you what all came in the package here, and then we'll get to the camera. I don't know how much I'll do with the camera right here, but what I really want to do is just get all this unpackaged. This is probably loud, but I just want to get this all unpackaged, and then tomorrow, although it's supposed to be rainy all weekend, but hopefully over the weekend, if there's a clearing, this isn't bad. You know, this backpack, it's not huge, which is good. But this is a good little camera backpack. I have another camera bag that's so anyway, this if you can see in there, right there. And then oh yeah, this has, it's all with the silica in there. It's all compartmentalized in there and stuff. So I'm sure it has. Oh, there's another secret little hidey ho here. Oh, it's got another. Is that the? Oh, that's the same one. There's like a little shelf here that's also accessed from the first pocket. You have side pockets. Wonder if there's like a loop. I have a tripod. I have like a full size tripod that's about my eye level when I'm standing, and I don't know where it is. So I was going to order another one, and I was going to order one on Amazon. Then I started reading all the reviews of the, what do you call the Amazon Choice, and then the I forget what the Amazon brand is called. Thanks, J Dog. You have a good day too. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good night. Actually, good morning. So okay, so this backpack is pretty cool. I was just wondering if it had a something to hook a tripod on. I don't specifically see something, but maybe. We'll figure it out. It would be nice. At least you could put a small one of those travel ones in here. Oh, I see I think the side of this, it does kind of have a loop. So that's the only thing I was thinking about, was maybe a way to carry a tripod on here, but we'll figure it out. And then it also has a handle up here, which I hope it's a pretty good, strong handle, because sometimes just carrying it like that is that, or looping it over on, like, I have a rollerboard suitcase that's black, and sometimes I have other bags that I can loop over the handle on that, and they fit on there nicely. So when you're traveling, and then the optics care and cleaning kit. So that's pretty handy. Comes with lens cleaning wipes, lens cleaning spray, microfine lens cloth, fine brush, air blower, and carrying pouch. So that's pretty handy. And a charger, universal charger. And let's see, should be is this a battery? No, that's a smart charger plate. And Pro Optic Lens Essential Filter Kit. I think there's two kits. Probably one for the regular. I'm thinking one for the regular lens and maybe one for the zoom, or not sure. 49 millimeter, 55 millimeter. So we'll figure that out. Been a long time since I've used a filter. And then it came with this turnstile audio mic. It's like a shot. I think it's a shotgun. Yeah, it's a compact condenser shotgun microphone, TASC 300. So the way they listed this on the invoice was like $25, and it's like $50 on their website. I was going to buy a Rode, like the Rode Go 2 model. That's what I was going to get, but I figured this package comes with this, so we'll try it. I couldn't really find any great reviews on this, so I hope it's good, or I hope it works decent. I don't have any expertise on that. I have other mics. I have a lavalier mic that I can use, I think, and then what else do I have? I thought I had some other kind of mic. I have this one that wouldn't work on that. This is a USB mic, but I think this mic works really well. And this was it's called a Fifine, F-I-F-I-N-E. I think that's how you say it, Fifine or something. It's a Amazon choice, I think it was. It served me quite well. Is this a 128 gig SD card? So I have another one, quite a few of those that are available. Oh, here's a flexible tripod. So I have another one, kind of a similar type of one of these, but I think this one is better. It's probably more sturdy, and I think a little bit more designed for the camera. So, but I either need to find my tripod, or probably should get a new, better quality tripod. Mine has always been good, but it was kind of a cheaper one anyway, back a long time ago. So then here's a Canon battery pack. I don't know. I hope this is an extra battery, and there should be another battery with the camera. And again, when I was about to place an order on Amazon, I was going to get a 3-pack of knockoff batteries with the charger, and they had, if this says, I don't know if this is what size battery this is, but seemed like the Amazon knockoff batteries seemed better, by at least on paper on there. So I don't know. We'll find out what this one is, but I'll do a full proper review. And what do we got here? Oh yeah, the LCD screen protectors for the screen on the camera. These are for the R8, but I guess they fit this one. And that's everything that's in here except for the camera itself, the EOS R50. So I got a lot of glare here. So anyway, I'm gonna see if we can open this up, see what's in here. Try to think how to do this. I'm sitting here at my kitchen counter, which is a nice, comfortable place to do it. But okay, so we must have a owner's manual, warranty, limited warranty. I think it was 1 year. Yeah, but and then yeah, warranty registration. I think the owner's manual, which I will. Sometimes I don't read those, but this one I definitely will read. And then we have here is a battery charger. Looks like, yes. So battery charger. Strap, and I'm not sure. Let's find out. I'm not sure what strap this is. I was curious if it's a neck. Yeah, I guess I think it's a neck strap. Pretty sure. Oh yeah, it's got. I know. Yeah, so that would be a neck strap. I was curious if it was a wrist strap. I think that's something. I don't think there's one in here, but that is probably something I will get, is a wrist strap. Trying to remember, I saw somebody had a video where they were complaining about, they were a professional too, I think, and they were complaining about the wrist. I think it was the wrist strap. It could have been the neck strap, but pretty sure, yeah, it was the wrist strap, I think, where it was banging against the camera, and then when they were videoing it, we'll see what it looks like, but it was like clicking, kind of banging and clicking against the camera, and made the video quality, and they came up with a fix for it. So yes. And, oh, I know what this is. It's a lens. It's like, what could it be? Okay, so that's going to be the big lens. So this came with two lenses. One was, this one I think is 210. The other one was 18 to 40, like 18 to 45, and then 55 to 210, I think. So let's put that back in. Here's the other battery, I guess. So that's cool. So it did come with another Canon battery plus, I think, some other charger. I forget if there was another charger in there. So here's the camera. One thing I did notice when I went and looked at it in some of the reviews, some of the things where they say, it's a little bit small. And, it's not bad. I mean, it's small in the sense that it's a little bigger, I would say, than, say, my last point and shoot type camera. I would say that was, just a little bit smaller than this, with kind of without the viewfinder and everything on there. So, and that was a much lighter weight. This is actually lightweight for a serious camera, but it's with a wrist strap on here, which I'm gonna definitely get. This I have to get kind of my muscle memory and get used to it, but this is going to be really nice. I mean, I think it fits in my hand nice. I've got, I probably have bigger than average hands, I would think, but so then I have to read the instructions and learn how it works before I start messing with it. Okay, so the straps, there are these, there's a little metal piece. This is kind of a modern version of the M50, the M50 Mark II, and the R series, R50. So one thing that's really cool about this is all the I think the RS series lenses will fit on here. Some of them, if you get big lenses, which I'm going to get a bigger lens, like I want something that's like in the 600-ish range. I want to photograph moving objects from afar. So I like to shoot pictures of airplanes is one thing. And I like trains as well. Trains, you can get closer to a train, that usually. Maybe not totally kosher, but so the other factor on this camera was the lens will comes out, it flips around. You can have it flipped over while it's in the dock here, or you can have it and if you're using it to vlog, like right now I'm vlogging on my laptop, but if I were to set this up somewhere in my house or anywhere I am outside, out on a trip, traveling and doing things, I usually take some pretty long road trips, and so being able to set up this on either this tripod that I got with it, or probably that one I would take, but then also a real tripod, and being able to do some vlogging or just some video, things like that. And then being able to have the screen out here where I can see myself. it's a big help. It's a big help to kind of, especially if you're holding up something to, you know, because like right here, I would naturally hold this up right here. But I forget the camera's over there. So having that ability just to more naturally, you know, show an item or whatever. So this it's kind of interesting. I was curious how my left eye would work on there. I don't normally wear glasses when they're just at home, but my left eye is better. It's clearer for short up close. My right eye is distance. My left eye is up close, so nearsighted, farsighted. So so I was curious how if I were to use my left, naturally I would use my right, but there's times when I get a little clearer view of things with my left eye, especially up close. But so that is very cool. I'm not sure what else I can really do with it at the moment, but what I'm going to do is this evening before I go to bed, I'm going to read the instructions, and then I will put the strap that I have on here now, and then I can at least roll that up and use it as a wrist strap or just wear it around my neck. But I usually go for a walk. You know, every couple days I usually go for a walk. There's a nice park right by my house. There's kind of a nice neighborhood and stuff around. A lot of different things nearby that I can, in nature and things too. But I go out and hopefully this weekend, if it's actually the fact that it's probably going to be overcast and cloudy is not a bad thing. That would help for some photography. And then as long as it's not raining, I'm not going to take this out in the rain. I don't think it's weatherproof. But also I'm not going to take my brand new camera out in the rain. But hopefully it's supposed to rain quite a bit, but I don't know if it's going to rain all the time, all weekend. But there was supposed to be a lot of rain this weekend. So hopefully I can get this up and running, you know, tonight and tomorrow, and then maybe go walk around the neighborhood or go to the park or somewhere nearby and just find things to shoot pictures and video and just kind of see what it does. And then I'll do a more proper, definitely a proper review of this camera once I get it set up and running and I can actually have something to talk about. And then over time, I'm going to be doing, I'll do more as I learn all the features and capabilities and learn what works for me. And, you know, again, I'm coming from a position where I'm coming back to photography from being away a long time and not really, although I've done some digital photography, I've not done like proper digital photography. So having this camera to be able to really do some stuff and experiment and mess around, figure out, you know, what I like to do and what works, and just learning all the features and tricks. There are a lot of great YouTube channels that have done a lot of videos. This camera came out just a year ago, just over a year, about a year and maybe a month or two. So apparently they're taking off. They're pretty popular. I'm glad they discounted it this week. So this is the Canon EOS R50, and it's I really like it. I mean, it feels solid. And by camera standards, it's lightweight, and it doesn't have a lens on it right now. But I didn't open the standard kit lens here. That's another thing is I would like to, you know, probably get some other lenses for this. You can use some of the other Canon lenses with an adapter, and then other, you know, I've seen where people have used other types of lenses too. The Sigma has just worked out a deal with Canon to make lenses. So I'm interested in that for sure. Because I think they have some cool lenses. Not supposed to be the cover of the lens. Just wasn't even on there. Maybe they don't. I don't know. So we will. I'll get to figuring this thing out and start using it. And over this weekend, I actually had some other stuff I had to do this weekend that got canceled. So I'm kind of happy about that because I knew I was having this delivered today, and I was really excited about that. And then I was like, I've got another project that I have to do over this weekend, and then it got moved back a few weeks. So I'm really happy about that. So that gives me more time this weekend to play with the camera. Plus, if it is rainy, I can play with the camera inside and get used to it. And then next week the weather's supposed to be really nice, so I can go outside and do some photography next week and start figuring it out and put together a more useful video. But I was so excited to get this that I just wanted to do an initial video and kind of figure it out. There's kind of like this is almost like what happened to me earlier. I don't know if you can see, there's kind of some smudge marks on there. The way the cap wasn't on the lens, it just fell off. There's something else that kind of almost made me wonder. Like I bought another item. I did a review video today, bought an item, and it was something that had been used and returned, and then they sent it to me as a new item. And so then I wasted time today trying to get that sorted out. So that's the unfortunate thing. It seems like things like that happen more and more frequently. So I'm always a little bit suspicious when I mail, or especially a mail order more of a high valued item. So not that this is the highest value camera, but it's still pretty dang, to me it's expensive. I'll tell you what, it's a little more than I wanted to spend. So like I would show you the screen, but I'm not even 100% sure how to unlatch the screen. I think it just pops out. That's a test, see if there's fingerprints on the screen. It's a pretty small screen. So, and then it rotates. So for vlogging and stuff, that's going to be nice. That's going to be, it's going to be really nice. And then of course you can have it closed in that way, so you can use it while you're taking pictures. And of course I think you can tilt it. I don't know, does this one tilt? Yeah, well, it sort of tilts. Think about that. Yeah, I mean, if you were trying to take a picture of something down there, or something, some goofy position, then yeah, you can tilt the screen around. So that's gonna be fun. It's going to be fun to get back into photography and get both using it, but also just for like this, for YouTube and making videos and stuff. I have another YouTube channel. It's a little more specific, kind of a channel, but where I would do fairly close-up shots. That's why I'm kind of interested in like a nifty 50, or there's also the 16. Like the 16 millimeter. And then I was watching a video on, it's like the 25, that it's some really cheap lens. I forget what it's called, but there may be a couple different ones that are kind of cheap, simple lenses that do, some close-up kind of portrait type work, or close-up. And one of my hobbies, I have like, things that are kind of from here to here, just, that I want to take pictures of up close. And at different angles and things. So I'm really looking forward to that. And some of the effects on here, like there's the effect that makes things look like a model or whatever. So really interested in all the features. This apparently is just packed with a ton of really cool features built into it, and then all the stuff you can do in the post editing and stuff. So it's cool. Smells like a new camera. So thanks for tuning in this episode of part 2, and I will probably be posting a video, maybe even with the camera, but be posting a video here pretty soon, I'm sure, in the coming days. The hard part is editing the video after I shoot it. So hopefully we'll get this thing going over the weekend. I'm excited, definitely excited to get going. It's the size is just so interesting. It is a little bit on the small side for sure for a real camera, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, this would be really fun. I can't wait for like my next trip, even just a weekend trip or something where like I'll probably be in Seattle in the next couple weeks, and there's just, unlimited photography and video opportunities around. Seattle is just a unique city. It's kind of a big world-class city with, you got water views, you got ships and ferry boats and, all that kind of stuff. You've got just incredible scenery and just really unique architecture and people and places and things. There's a lot to see and do and in a big city like that. So it's going to be fun. The problem when I go over there is I'm usually so busy that during the day, being able to get out and do a lot of that is I'm going to have to make it happen. So that's part of the thing is my, with the phone or even the point and click camera, a lot of times I find that I don't take enough pictures, and I'm still of the mindset of the old days when we bought film. When we did it in school, we had bulk film and we rolled our own rolls of film, and we kind of had unlimited film that we could use. But then when you bought film, then you had to put a roll of 35 millimeter in here, and then you really kind of thought about taking a picture. You were very selective oftentimes. Sometimes on a vacation, you just take pictures of everything and you just expect that you're going to buy a lot of film and you're just going to go through it. When Costco came along, they started selling film and then processing film for a lot cheaper than, they turned the whole photo industry upside down. And then, but you really had to be selective about what you couldn't take 20 pictures of the same thing with different settings and things all the time, because that was expensive. It was like a roll of film. I don't know, a roll of film was like, for a 35 millimeter for a good film back then was probably like $8 or something, $8. I don't know, for good quality. And then to have it developed was like $15-20 for a roll of like 30, 24 or 36, I think were typically the 35 millimeter. Those were like the typical sizes. So it was expensive, and that was money back then, which would be a hell of a lot more today. So it was expensive, and you had to be very selective. And I'm still of that mindset, even when I, sometimes with my phone, I'll take a whole bunch of pictures of something. Like, usually I'm just trying to document something or just trying to take a picture of something around the house, or like, like today I had this product that I bought an item and it had a problem. And so I wanted to take some pictures of it. And I only took a few pictures, but it's like, I'm still of that mindset of like, I don't want to waste film. But then when I am on a vacation, especially just with my phone, like I usually buy a new, like when I take a big trip, I usually buy a new micro or whatever this has, mini micro SD card, and just put a new one in there, and just that one will last me, until my next big trip. Just get another one and put it in. And so like this one I put in last summer, and I didn't take as many photos last summer on my trip, but yeah, so, which is crazy because I went to Yellowstone and it was pouring rain while I was there, so I left. But anyway, so this is going to be a lot of fun, just taking lots of pictures. playing with all the settings. Stuff I haven't done in a long time. So it's gonna be a lot, and then filters and lenses and everything. Just gonna be a lot of fun to, find subjects, take a whole bunch of different pictures, a lot of different ways, and figure out what my new style is and what works, and just what works on this camera. I've seen a couple really cool tips on this camera, things you can do. One was to actually use an adapter and then use some of the other lenses from the other Canons, for example. And with the adapter with a filter in it that helps, like there was some of the sort of the cheaper aspect of this camera. They said there was some interesting advice on how to enhance and get a better quality photo out of this, what is kind of a budget. I don't think it's a budget camera, but in the realm of Canon cameras and quality mirrorless cameras, this is on the low end. So it's a good starter camera. But I've been watching a lot of videos on them and a lot of YouTubers, and just trying to research how I want to kit this thing out and use it. So babble. Thanks for tuning in to part 2 for a 40-minute unboxing video. I will do a more proper video on the camera, but also some of the accessories like the backpack and the tripod and stuff. Some of the more, or the microphone. That's the one I want to really figure out. Definitely want to figure that out. So I hope it's good. That's all I hope. I just hope that it's good. I hope it's not horrible. I'm afraid of it, but being that way. But hopefully that mic is good. That's all I need, is just decent. So thanks for tuning in part 2. I will report back soon, and looking forward to playing with this camera all weekend. Have a good night and a good day, and we'll see you soon right here in part 2. Bye.